I'm doing fantastic. I can't complain. Thank you for asking. Man, I need to get more fucking grapes. Thank you. You're welcome. You are definitely welcome. What's up, Creole doll? Just up tonight chilling. Man, I look bulky, man. And man, damn, my transition looks great. Man, my transition look great. I look great on camera. When you see how much people gonna get up in here. Just chill up in here, waiting to see how much people come up in here. We can get to it. I'm wondering if I did this shit late, too late. Okay, we got some more people coming up in here. Hello, hello, hello. Good evening, good evening, good evening. Okay, we got more people coming up in here. I'm not bored. What's up, what's up, what's up? I'm waiting for more people to come up. I'm working. You understand? How many fucking other people on social media can put up as much content as I do in a fucking day? Do you know how much time it takes to, well, you know what? I'm not gonna say how much time it takes to make bullshit videos, because the rants and shit like that, that's not really creativity. But think about it. Do you know how much time it takes to fucking edit a video and make quality content? You know what I'm saying? When I do fucking lives, maybe you don't understand what social media is for content creators. This is a fucking job. You know what I'm saying? This is, you know what? This is, you know, I'm not, should I call it a job? No. I mean, I own a business. But me doing fucking social media, doing a live, this is how I pay my fucking bills. You know what I'm saying? So for a person to say I look bored, motherfucker, this is how I make my goddamn fucking money. Fuck's wrong with you? What's the topic of the session? It's an open Q&A. There isn't really no topic of discussion. It's an open Q&A. All right, that's enough with that. The video isn't showing up in notifications. If it's not showing up in notifications, I'm sorry that, I'm sorry about that. But how did you find it? That's the question. How did you find it? You just randomly seen it? Oh, well, I don't know what to tell you. Okay. I mean, for me, again, social media, if you don't see it, I'm sorry to say that, they hit the notification button. I mean, there's people coming in. So my thing is this is the best thing. I hear social media content creators saying is like, if you want if you want notifications, you have to go where the fucking bell button is and then hit that, so that you can constantly receive notifications, That's what I hear people saying. But that's what I can say about that. Okay, clock ça. Fed. Bonsoir. One second. What blood that say? The Creole does it. I was on YouTube scrolling and I saw it. The notification didn't pop up for me neither. That's why people are slowly coming in. Yeah, maybe it's the notification is probably coming in, late whatsoever, Yeah, maybe the notification is probably coming in late to everybody, because there's a whole bunch of people on here, so it's like, they're probably getting notifications, late whatsoever, So it's just an open Q&A, so whatever questions people got, I'm just chilling here, doing an open Q&A for tonight, You gotta understand this. When I do lives or when I do videos, it's not just for me to fucking make videos and just for me to fucking, that's it. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is how I promote my business. I have a fucking LLC. You know what I'm saying? I have a fucking legal company. You know what I'm saying? I have an LLC. So when you see me making videos up here, or you see me fucking doing lives, I'm fucking working. I'm on a clock. So I say this in comparison to other people. You look at the content that I put out. I put out good quality content. Hey, man, it's work, man. What son is this? What son is this? Someone said my son. Who's my son? I'm nobody's son but my dad's. You know what I'm saying? Anybody other than that, I can call people my son. But I'm nobody's son except for my dad's son. Yo. Luca Brasi, what's going on? General sak passe la, man. You know what I'm saying? Luca Brasi, man. You know what? That's what's up, man. I'm glad that you're tuning in. So I got questions to answer for everybody, man. You know what I'm saying? Listen, I love, let me put this out there, man. I love Miami. I want to say this, man. You know, a lot of niggas talk dirty and crazy about me, but I got so much love in Miami. So the niggas that talk shit that's hiding out, you know what I'm saying? Hiding out, you know what I'm saying? In a fey noir, whatsoever, you know what I'm saying? Keep on, continue hiding. You know what I'm saying? People be talking all this fuck shit, but niggas don't know I got mad love in Florida. But listen, y'all got questions. I just want to put that out there. Now, I put like this, man. It's like Tupac. They say Tupac was an East Coast nigga, right? You know what I'm saying? But he just fell in love with California. Well, I'm an East Coast nigga, and I fell in love with motherfucking Florida. You know what I'm saying? Florida, keep it 100. Florida shows me the most love. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? The Zoes out there, I get mad love out in Florida. You know what I'm saying? One second. Yeah, man. That's one thing I will say, man. Like, Florida, that's, you know, I love Florida, man. I get a lot of love out of Florida, man. You know what I'm saying? A lot of love comes from Florida. Damn. But yeah, let's get back to this, man. Shout out to Florida, man. Florida people stand up, man. When I'm in Florida, I'm always good in Florida. So again, when I see these fuckers on social media talking shit, hiding out, nigga, I'm good in Florida. You know what I'm saying? Nigga can talk all the fuckery they want. But listen, I don't gotta say much, you know what I'm saying? Those that are in the background, in the cut, y'all know who y'all are. But anyway, it is what it is, man. But let's get down to the questions and the questions and answers, all right? So listen, okay, how do we handle a root worker that ignores us or doesn't communicate with us as far as the work we paid for? Okay, good question. That's a good question. That's a very good question. How do we handle a root worker that ignores us and doesn't communicate with us as far as the work we paid for? Well, listen, that right there is how a spiritualist loses their fucking... That's how a spiritualist loses their client. In situations like that, how do you deal with them? You got to find someone that's going to be there for you. Because listen, sometimes clients need to call me up because they need to vent. Some clients just need to vent. And I'm there for them, you know what I'm saying? I'm down for them. You know what I'm saying? And that's part of the job. You know, like, you know, sometimes clients need to know what the fuck to do. They're in a situation, they want to know what the fuck to do. You know what I'm saying? If your spiritualist is not there for you, man, then I say you gotta get someone that's gonna be there for you, man. It doesn't work like that. You need somebody that's reliable, that you can hit up when some situation comes. Like when the situation comes, right? My clients let me know what the fuck is going on. You know what I mean? Hold on. 1 second. Okay, all right. Let me read these comments. But yeah, you gotta switch your spiritualist then. If your spiritualist is not there for you, you need to basically get someone that's going to be there for you. All right. Because listen, again, my clients when they let me know every step of the way of what's transpiring. So if something out of the blue happens, they let me know. So that, you know, I'm constantly in communication with them to basically guide them with what they got going on. What's going on? Questions. Any info on freezer spells? Freezer spells, I don't really do them much, you know. I don't really do much of freezer spells, so I really wouldn't be able to talk about that, you know. You know what I'm saying? J Rock, he says, Florida Haitians got it out for the mud. Of course, you know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, that's pretty much everywhere where Haitians been in America. You know what I'm saying? We had to get it out the mud. You know what I'm saying? We came to this country with fucking, you know, probably like a bag of clothes. And we had to make it from there. You know what I'm saying? But I will say, you know what I'm saying? Out of all the Haitians, you know what I'm saying? You got, like, I used to say this. I say this. It's like the farther you go north, the more sophisticated Haitians get. All the bad Port-au-Prince Haitians, yo, like, this is where I feel all the bad Port-au-Prince Haitians landed in fucking Miami. You know what I'm saying? Miami is just some place where for the Haitians, it's like, when they first came, it's almost like, damn. Like, I feel like all the Miami Haitians they got to be from Port-au-Prince. Because there's no way you're gonna be from Port-au-Prince and not and be acting like that in Florida. You know what I'm saying? All right, let's go back here. Let's go back here. Okay, let's back here though. Okay, can you enlighten those who are blind about working with Ogu? I mean, listen. Working with Ogu is I worked with Ogu for about, I would say about over a decade. Because I was in construction, and listen, I needed that type of spirit to give me work, you know what I'm saying, and as well as protect me. You know? So the thing about Ogu is that Ogu can be a warrior, he can also be a builder. You know what I'm saying? He can be a warrior and he can also be a builder. You know? But Ogu has vices. You know what I'm saying? Ogu has vices. You know what I'm saying? And one of the vices we say in Haitian culture is that he likes women. And women can be his downfall. You know what I'm saying? That's the thing about Ogu. With that energy there, is that women can be Ogu's downfall because he likes women a lot. You know? But that energy, I mean, you got to know the rituals. That's another thing. You got to know the rituals. You know, you can't just be making shit up. You know what I'm saying? You can't be making shit up, you know, just off the top of your fucking head, because that's how you lose your fucking head. You know what I'm saying? And the thing is, you have to remove this shit out your mind that Ogu is a fucking nice spirit whatsoever. Okay, 1 second. Okay, I got your message. I got it. Pilot judgment, no problem. You know, so if you're going to be in a live, if you're in a live, not a problem. It's okay. I'm not going to mention your name. I got you. Okay, all right. Okay, let's go back here. Okay, 1 second. Man, we got a lot of questions. Okay. So I'm going to answer Pilot Judgment's questions. Pilot Judgment has a question. You know, Pilot Judgment asks me, should she communicate with an individual that's treating her like shit? You know, right now, Pilot Judgment is in a situation where her lover is basically with someone, and this guy been saying he's going to move in, he's going to get in with her whatsoever, you know, and, you know, what should she do? Should she should she communicate with him completely still, or, you know, should she ignore him and stuff like that? Well, I would say sometimes you have to play a fool to get a fool. You know, let me tell you something. There's certain times where I had to act like, okay, I remember, I'm going to give a scenario. I remember I wanted to know what the fuck was going on with a person, right? Like, this person was kind of being deceitful with me, you know? So what I did was I act like I was super drunk. And as I was super drunk, I made the person feel very comfortable, you know? So as the person was very comfortable, they started telling me things that they thought that I would not catch on to when I was drunk. So I had to be a little cunning. You know, so when it comes down to, you know, seeing the things that this person is doing, should you communicate? Well, I would say this. Should you block them? I would say, for me, I always want to know what's going on with my target. You know, I always want to know what's going on with the target, you know? So for me, I wouldn't necessarily close the door, you know? If you're seeing all that, if that stuff is too painful for you, if it's too painful for you to see your lover with someone, hugging up with someone, kissing someone, whatsoever, then what I would say is take a break from it, you know? Take a break, and when something tragic happens, You know, because this spirit, because this client, pilot judgment is working with the intranquil spirit. I would say when something tragic happens, that's when you'll hear it. But I would just say for now, because we did hear something minor happen recently. We did see something. I like that. I like that. Smoke God, you know what I'm saying? I like that. Suge Knight movement. But listen, I like to know what's going on. For me, I wouldn't completely distance myself, but I would definitely let that person have their space. And no, you can't get certain things from me. You know, I would say no, like if this person's asking and knowing that this person is with their lover and they're flaunting that on social media, I would say no. Keep your distance and say no to have, if that person asks you for anything, no, because he's in a relationship. Get it from the person that you're with. You know, that's what I would say on that level. Should you contact him? I would say, listen, if it's too much for you, to handle, to see this, then I'd say keep your distance and let him do what he has to do. But you have to do it in a way where you're able to know what's going on. And don't ever, let me say this to everyone on the line that's online right now. Never block a target. Never block them. That is the stupidest and the fucking most idiotic shit you can ever do. You always want, unless you completely decided in your mind that it's completely over, never block a target. Because now it's like this. Like, think about it like this. If you block this person, and here goes. If you block this person's going to get upset, and then they're going to block you. So now, let's just say anger presides. You know, now anger subsides. This person was to contact you. This person unblocks you. Now this person was to contact you. And you blocked them out of, you know, how you're feeling. One second. Hold on. And then all of a sudden, the anger subsides and they unblock me. And now they want to contact me. I got them on block. That's fucking stupid. Because it's almost like you're fucking working ass backwards because you want the person to contact you. What happens when they're ready to fucking settle down? When they're ready to stop playing games, you got them on fucking block. You're slowing down the progress of your own work with your fucking stupid actions. Use your fucking brain, people. So to answer Pilot Judgment's question, should she block him or should she continue speaking with them? I would say I would continue keeping them around. But you got to basically, lay the rules down. Like, you're not going to be fucking sleeping with me and you're sleeping with this bitch here. You know, you got to lay the rules down. You can't just fucking think that, oh, well, we're going to, no. You got to lay the rules down. So I would not personally block him. If that was me, I would not. I would keep the door of opportunity open only time, it's almost like this. It's almost like having a gun. With the gun, you don't brandish it. You don't show it off and say, I'm this and that, I'm thugging this and that. You only pull out a gun when you're gonna fucking use it. The block button the block feature should be looked at the same way. You only block someone if you're 100% sure that you're completely done with them. That's my logic behind that. Who is Agayuwedo? I don't know. I don't know that spirit. There's so many spirits. I don't know. Should you ignore him? Pilot Judgment says, should you ignore him? Well, the ignoring thing, you've done the ignoring. Well, let me tell you something about ignoring. If you're going to ignore someone, you got to ignore them. Not fucking for a day or two. Not for 3 days or 4 days. For me, if I'm going to ignore you, I'm going to ignore you I'm going to ignore you for months. I'm not going to ignore you because this is what happens. When you ignore someone for a day or two or day or three, they're going to get accustomed to you ignoring them. they're going to get accustomed. See, the thing is, the ignoring is there. For me, I look at ignoring a person as a technique that should be used to bring the person into making a decision. Because when you put them against the wall and let them know, let's just say this, it's almost like you're giving them the impression that you're done with them. And that right there, that impression should always be utilized, with caution. Because you don't want to overuse it, because what happens is that the person becomes immune to it. Oh, you're fucking full of shit. You're just going to ignore me for like 3 days. Now, when you have utilized that ignoring feature for 2-3 months, now a motherfucker gets the picture. 2 days, 3 days, no, that's not good enough. Because the person's going to look at you like a fucking joke. Afterwards, that's it. No sex until he moves out. You got to force these people to do what you want them to do. So that means you got to put restrictions there so that the motherfucker gets the point. No sex. Because now if you it's almost like this individual, the way he probably felt is like, oh, I can come over and have sex anytime I want to. And then fucking I'll be out. Yeah. Because obvious, because the individual's taking pictures with the lady and knowing damn well that you can see all of this shit. So we know what's the long run, but you got to lay down the rules and regulations. We already heard that the dude hurt his back on the job. So listen, keep him at a distance and let's watch and see what transpires. What's next to happen? Because he hurt his back on the job. Let's see what's next to transpire. But sometimes some people have to learn the hard way. When you're working with the intranquil spirit, it's a different type of spirit, man. When this shit hits a person, like, listen, there's certain shit that I can't share or show on social media. For those clients of mine. So you got to understand, listen, some of the stuff that I post on social media is no comparison to what I show my clients behind the scenes. If you've seen the fuckery that the intranquil spirit is capable of doing, you'll be like, oh my fucking God, what the fuck? But due to certain regulations and stuff like that about social media, I can't show the stuff that I do, Well, Judgment, I gotta delete that comment because people can't know how I do my shit. Nope. Pilot Judgment, you know what I'm saying? You don't mention nothing about how I do my shit. You can ask about it, but you don't mention any tools that we're utilizing. Because I know there's so many people on his live or people on fake accounts that want to know how I do my shit. No. You know what I'm saying? No. You know what I mean? We could talk about that personally, but as far as that, we don't talk about no pieces. We could talk about the spirit, but we don't talk about no pieces of how it's done. There's too many people that want to know how to do it, and they can't do it. Most people, listen, let me tell you something. Pilot Judgment. Most people, when they talk about the intranquil spirit, most people don't know how to utilize that spirit. They don't. And this is why you read so many things online that says most of the people that attempted to work with that spirit, it ended up backfire on them. You know what I'm saying? It ended up backfiring on them. People don't know how to do it. They don't know how to use it. So for me, I'm not putting that out there. You know what I'm saying? I'm not putting that out there. I'm not showing people how to do it because they want to know how to. If I show everybody how to do it, I'm going to lose money. No, and that can't happen. Lucky Mojo site well, listen, they got the oil, but that's not how we do it. They got their own way of attempting to summon that spirit. You know what I'm saying? They got their way of trying to do it, but you know what I'm saying? Everybody so far who has attempted to do it, they can't do it. They can't. Most people that have attempted to do it, they try to purchase these items from whatever. Go ahead, try to purchase this shit. It's not going to fucking work. Either likelihood, you're going to end up hurting yourself or nothing's going to fucking happen. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can buy things from the commercial stores, but that's not how they do it. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Well, I most definitely want to become your client. Whenever you're ready, the ball call will appear. You know what I'm saying? When the client is ready, the ball call will appear. Fuck that when the student is ready, the master will appear. No, my G, it's whenever the client's ready with money in hand, the ball call will appear. Yeah, that's how we doing it. Okay. I want to know about the Jezebel spirit. I've never worked with the Jezebel spirit, so I can't help you with that. Yes, I've seen a lot of stuff on Lucky Royo too. Egyptians use intrinsic spirits for love work too. Well, I don't know. Abba Obasi, I don't know. That's probably, maybe they did. I don't know. Question, Vishnu Mother. Question, Puerto Ricans and Haitians, do y'all click like what you know about Puerto Ricans goal experience? I don't know. Like for me, I don't really have problems with Puerto Ricans. In Puerto Ricans, so far I've never really had problems with Puerto Ricans. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't know. But I think it's fairly okay. I mean, there's no fucked up history between Haiti and Puerto Rico. You know? No, I haven't been to New Orleans. I don't know that spirit. I have never worked with that spirit. I don't know that spirit. I heard of it, but I never work with it. What's your prices so I can get ready? Why would I put my prices online? No, you got to contact me personally, and I'll let you know what it is. But I don't discuss business or money online. It's something I speak about in private. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. What's your experience with them? What's my experience with Puerto Ricans? What's my experience with Puerto Ricans? Man, that's a good question. I've had good experience and I probably had one bad experience. One Puerto Rican a long time ago tried to set me up. She tried to get me set up with some bloods and and that didn't work out in their favor. You know what I'm saying? Because I end up turning around and robbing them when they try to rob me. So it didn't work out in their favor. But other than that, fairly good experience. I've Puerto Ricans. I haven't had any bad experience. Yeah, I haven't had any bad experience. Most of my experience has been pretty good. The chicks they definitely have some good sex. They know how to throw it back, man. Good sex, man. I've had a lot of great sex with Puerto Rican women. But that's another story, man. But no, I haven't. I have not tried to work with Palo spirits and stuff like that. Have I worked with Congo spirits? Yes, I have. In Haitian voodoo, there are Congo spirits, but also I've utilized other techniques whatsoever, such as the Inkundi whatsoever, very powerful energy in the Inkundi. So again, that's still Congo tradition, and some Paleros actually use the Inkundi whatsoever. But I haven't tried to work with Palo spirits whatsoever. Mm-mm. I mean, Creole dog, Palo spirits, not all. Again, we have some Congo spirits, such as Simbi, who else we have? We have a couple of Congo spirits whatsoever, La Reine Congo. We have that, but it's kind of different because when you start getting to Palo, you start getting to Zarabanda, you start getting to, what do they call it? I'm not too sure. Siete Rayo, maybe someone else whatsoever, But Lucero, I think Lucero is from Palo Mayombe. You know what I'm saying? I'm not too sure. It's been so long whatsoever. But there's a slight difference, you know, because there's certain spirits that are distinctly from Palo whatsoever. You know, I'm not too sure. I haven't done my research whatsoever, you know. But as far as you know, the Congo spirits, so we may have a few that you can find in Palo, but in reality, it's Congo nation. And the thing is, when you get into Palo, you're dealing with Palo. I put like this: it's like Palo Mayombe. I would say it's a focusing on the Congo tradition. Where per se, see, the thing is, you have in Haitian voodoo, you have the Congo, you have Congo spirits in voodoo, but the techniques that were practiced in the Congo, you kind of find a lot of it. I mean, it's kind of, I would say you kind of find a lot of it in Palo Mayombe, because Palo Mayombe is a concentration, a solid concentration or an extraction of what was done in the Congo, where per se, when you talk about Haitian voodoo is a mixture of a whole bunch of shit. Like when you talk about Zombi is a Congo word. It comes from Nzambia. You know, so we kind of have a breakaway from a lot of things. We have a parts and pieces, but I would kind of say that the Paleros, they have a total, like a strong extraction of the tradition from Congo. You know what I'm saying? It's not to say that we don't hate, you know, that we don't in voodoo, but we have to also understand, like, listen, it's like this. You have someone, it's like this. You have someone that's like, okay, you have a general contractor, right? The general contractor does, okay, you have the general contractor. General contractor has a plumber, he has a mason, he has a spackler, you know what I'm saying? He has a painter, whatsoever. Now, he has all these, you know, he has all these techniques whatsoever, but it will never equate to a union construction worker that specialized in one trade. You know what I'm saying? You got a guy that's a general carpenter, whatsoever, that has little pieces and experiences here. I've been in the like I was a carpenter, bona fide union carpenter, whatsoever. So I've seen this shit myself. You have guys that have you know, experience in different phases of, you know, carpentry. But now when you get into the union, they specialize in the trades. They specialize in parts. You know, so if you're a carpenter, you have framers, right? You have framers, you have guys that are finished carpenters that do trim whatsoever. Now, you get a finished carpenter, that individual spends all his times doing trim work, crown molding. That's all he does every fucking day. And this is how I see it with Palo Mayombe in the Congo tradition, is that the Paleros, they focus on it so much that it becomes, that's all they know. Where per se, the voodoo tradition, it's a piece of everything, a part of everything. You have some from Nigeria, you know what I'm saying? You have some from Senegal, you have some from, you know, Benin, you have some parts from different traditions and stuff like that, you know? So that's the difference that I say that can kind of, you know, we can kind of see with the Palo Mayombe thing, you know, it's a very concrete system, you know, but, you know, that's a whole nother story. Again, I'm not a Palero, I'm a voodooism, you know, but man, that's a very deep thing, man. Just talking about it just brought me to another dimension. Of course. Have I ever met a real Jamaican Obia man? Of course I have. That was one of the person that kind of one of the dudes that kind of groomed me into the Maji. When I was young, you know, getting into the work and stuff like that, it was an Obia man, a Rasta man. You know what I'm saying? A serious, a Rasta man. Nyabingi Rasta man. You know what I'm saying? It was his sister. Anybody from Jersey in here? Because y'all know who I'm talking about. If anyone is from Jersey, there was a guy named Mikey. He had a sister named, what was it? I think Ann or something like that. Annie or something like that. But You know what I'm saying? He was a Rasta. Mikey, listen, Mikey, that dude, he was a Rasta man, you know what I'm saying? And he was straight Obia man, you know what I'm saying? Like this dude, you know, he used to sell spiritual products and stuff like that. I used to go to his shop, man, with a broken heart, man, and talk to this dude. When I was young, man, when I was young, you know what I'm saying? You know, broken, like little, with my little heart and stuff like that being broken, I used to go to him, you know what I'm saying, talk to him, and he used to sit back and tell me, listen, Leonard, you have to give this thing time, man. You know what I'm saying? You have to give it time, man. You know what I'm saying? He used to tell me all this shit, man. Oh, man, I'm reminiscing back in the days, man. You know what I'm saying? But, yo, that nigga, he was an Obia man, you know what I'm saying? His sister was wicked with this shit, man. You know what I mean? His sister was serious with this shit, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, his sister was serious, man. I never got a chance to dabble with her, but the thing was the game. You know what I'm saying? When I went to Mikey, you know what I'm saying, Rasta man Mikey, yo, yeah, Janice White. Yeah, that was back in the day, man. Like, shit, when my mom used to come up in my room and saw my candles burning, she'd turn the candles out and shit, man. You know what I'm saying? She'd throw my fucking gemstones out the window and shit, throw them in the garbage and shit, man. Yup, back in the day, man. But yeah, man, you know, this guy, he taught me some shit, man. Mikey, it wasn't really necessary about Mikey really wasn't necessary about mixing this, mixing that. It was more of the discipline talk. You know what I'm saying? Yo, you know, I used to come up in there, do this, do that. And you tell him, take it easy, man. Take it easy. Don't call him on. And say, Mikey used to he used to coach me. The same way I'm doing to y'all is the same way people used to do to me. You know what I'm saying? Older cats used to do to me. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is how it was, man. So what I'm doing right here, this is like me sharing the knowledge with you that I got from great people before me. You know what I'm saying? Like, Mikey, that dude, he did a lot for me, man. And if it wasn't for those cats, I probably wouldn't even be speaking the way I'm speaking to this day. Yup. Mm-hmm. SJ, thank you. See, a lot of people I would say that I'm more misunderstood, you know what I'm saying? And the crazy thing is, I can't even, listen. The crazy thing about it is that I have haters that like my videos. You know what I'm saying? How can you fucking not like me? You know what I'm saying? How can you not like me? I'm funny. I make people laugh. You know what I'm saying? The fucking antics I be on. How can a person not like me? You know what I'm saying? Oh, Creole doll, yeah, for real. That's what it is, yo. You better start charging consultations for 30 minutes. Listen, for me, let me tell you something. Let me tell you guys something. Consultations, I hate readings. Sometimes sitting down talking, listen, I'm a doer. You know what I'm saying? I'm a doer. I prefer to do. I'm a type of person, when it comes down to fucking, clients coming to me, whatever, I'm a doer. Rather than just a fucking individual that's here to sit down and talk and jerk off and shit like that. See, sometimes when a client's hurt, I listen to their pain, man. You know what I'm saying? Listen, do you know, listen. Do you know what it feels like to miss someone? Do you know what it feels like to love someone and your heart is broken because you can't be with them? You know what I'm saying? Like, sometimes you need to get that shit out your system. You need to talk to somebody. And sometimes I'm just that individual that people call to listen to. I'd rather listen to a person telling me how much they miss their lover than I would fucking sitting down doing a goddamn reading. You know what I'm saying? I'd rather sit here and listen to this person crying on the phone telling me how much they miss their lover than fucking doing a reading. You know what I'm saying? I listen, this is shit, I'm dead serious. You know what I'm saying? I'd rather listen to that than doing fucking readings. I hate doing fucking readings. Listen, I swear to God, I fucking hate doing readings. Why do I hate doing readings? I'm going to tell you this over and over again, guys. I hate doing readings because in one point of my life, when I was younger, I did it for free so much. I was exploited when I was younger. I worked for a shop and it was taking like half of the money I made from the fucking readings. And on top of that, I was fucking doing them so fucking much for free. I did it so much that I hate doing them. And listen, I'm very expensive. When it comes to doing the readings, listen, if I sat down and did readings all day, here goes. Listen, if I sat down and did readings all day, I could probably make $2,000 in one day just doing readings. If I just sat down and just did readings all day, I could probably make $2,000 easy doing readings. But I choose not to. I hate doing readings. I swear to God, I fucking hate doing readings. I just hate doing readings, yo. Like, oh my God, it just pains me. It's just fucking sitting down and letting the spirit communicate with me. Visions come to me. Visions coming to me. Visions coming to me. I hate doing that shit, man. Like, for real. I hate it, yo. It's just fucking boring. Like, I'm a type of person, I'm gonna go, let's go do this. All right, you wanna do some work? All right, cool. Tell me the situation. I'm gonna hear you out. If I wanna help you, I'll let you know. You know what I'm saying? Or if it's possible for me to help you, cool. We could do it. You know what I'm saying? I just listen to the situation, because, listen, I've been doing this shit so much. Hold on. I'm so upset. Hold on. I'm so upset. This damn doctor just wrote. What? Wait. What the fuck is this? Hold the fuck up. Hold on. Let me just read this shit. I'm so upset. This damn doctor just wrote against my case. She lied because my arm is swollen. She said she didn't see that. Wow. I'm just wondering what the fuck is this, man. Anyway, problems. Listen, as an individual, your problems on top of fucking problems, you know? If you can't deal with the problems of people, you shouldn't be fucking doing this, you know what I'm saying? Like, listen, I gotta hear problems on top of problems. Problems on fucking top of problems. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like, I'm just a problem solver. You know what I'm saying? If you're gonna enter into this business, you gotta be a problem solver. You gotta be a person that's gonna listen to situations and you're gonna give your best opinion of what they should do. Some things can be out of my league. Some things can be out of my league, and sometimes I have to consult higher sources and tell the client what they tell me, the higher sources tell me, and they go from there. You know. But listen, let me go back to these comments. Hold on. He does listen and tell you. Okay, SJ, he is telling the truth. He does listen and tells you what can be done. You just have to be ready. Okay, if you hate doing readings, you should never do them then. You should never do them. I mean, listen, sometimes it's necessary. Not all times can you just fucking go off your head and just do shit, you know? Sometimes it's a good thing to do fucking readings, man. If you hate the energy, if you hate them, that energy affects the reading. No, it's not. That's utter bullshit. Because I'm very accurate. You know what I'm saying? I'm very accurate. If I wasn't fucking, I would be out of business right now. No, I just hate doing them. They're fucking boring. But I do a good job at fucking doing readings. You can ask people that's on this fucking live who I've done readings for. You know, I've done very good readings. I just fucking hate doing them. I think fucking readings are fucking boring. When you've done as much readings as I've done, again, I'm going to go over this shit. When I was young, when I was in my fucking teens, I had to fucking do, like people just ask me questions. Oh, what do you see this? What do you see here? What do you see here? What do you see here? Like my fucking family, left and right. Leonard, what do you see here? What do you see here? Just fucking every fucking day, people would come to me to do fucking readings. It's like eating fucking a sandwich, the same sandwich every fucking day. Eventually, you hate the taste of the fucking sandwich. Yes. Readings don't take a lot out of me. I just hate them because it's just fucking boring. I get very fucking hateful about readings, yo. Like, literally. I can do very well, but I hate them. I prefer to use my common sense than fucking use, my divine fucking whatever you want to call it. Sorry, I want to ask you a question based on your... Okay. Well, Creole, somebody's asked you... I guess Creole probably answered already. I don't know. Also, I have a great-grandfather who is very, very stern. And he worked too. He got me mad. He got mad at some guy and killed him and ate them. Now I want to work with him. He has ways of draining who I work on. Well, that's a dope dude, man. That's a job, man. That's a dope dude to work with, man. Oh, bon zombie, oui, that's a nice zombie, yo. Should we ever be considered about the evil eye? Can someone mess up something that God has already given us? How can we protect ourselves against jealous people? Oh man, jealousy is a motherfucker. Jealousy is a motherfucker. Hold on. Let me look at something real quick. Hold on. About this object, right? This is for, oh man, I got so many fucking thoughts in my head. We're going to talk about jealousy, and we're going to talk about, the question that someone asked me, Pilot Judgment, whatsoever. Pilot Judgment asked me a question about this work that we're doing, asking if it draws a person back to, yes, but there's a distraction. You got to wait till the distraction is handled and taken care of. But if the distraction is still there, whatsoever, then somebody's going to have to basically get removed by whatever means necessary. So you're saying, does it bring love? There's a distraction there. So there's certain things happening to make that happen. If not, then somebody's going to end up in a fucking coma or 6 feet under the fucking ground. That's just the way it's going to be. That's how that spirit operates. You're talking about love this, love that, but if these people are putting up resistance and they're doing this, somebody's going to get hurt. That's how that spirit works. To draw love, you think that person's going to get up and just, oh, baby, I'm in love with you? No. There's going to be bones broken, motherfuckers in comas. That's how that spirit works. What the fuck you think this is? So now, let's talk about jealousy. What can you do to protect against jealousy? Oh, my God. Jealousy in the form of actions. Jealousy, see, I put like this. Jealousy, rage, you can have certain amulets that protect against that. You can have certain, things that protect against that, because that energy out there definitely has power. It has power to affect certain situations and certain changes. That's why it's wise never to tell people about what you got going on, because certain people's energy, you can tell them about what goes on, and all of a sudden that, whatever you had going on falls through. You know what I'm saying? Because you told the wrong person what you had going on. And whatever mysterious energy they had with them caused that to fall through. You know what I'm saying? Best thing to do is basically have protection. There's many forms of protection, Is it okay to use white candles for any spell? Is it okay? They say white candles are universal, so I don't know. That's what they say. They say, I wouldn't say for any spell, but I would say it can be universal. That's what, that's what they say. It can be universal. But for me, I don't necessarily give out how I do things, you know what I'm saying? But what is written in books, they say is universal. It could be wrong. But I know from my experience, but that's something I'm going to keep for myself, you know what I'm saying? That's not for everybody. Nero Soul TV, bonsoir, m'la, oui, boss la. You know what I'm saying? M'a jere bagay yo, ouais. You know what I'm saying? M'a jere bagay yo, John Well. You know what I'm saying? Does love spells continue to work forever, or do you need to destroy the work? It all depends on which one is done, which way it's done. Because sometimes they die out. Some work dies out. You know what I'm saying? And some doesn't. You know what I'm saying? Man, I got so many videos. Do you know how many? I be forgetting. You know what I'm saying? I be forgetting, like, videos that I made. Some videos I be forgetting. People be saying, you remember this video? You remember that video? Do you know I got 1,000-something videos? Listen, I don't write none of these videos down. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something about the videos. Most of my videos, all my videos are done right on the spot off the top of my head. All my videos are done without me writing it down. I just freestyle everything off my top of the head, off the top of my head. I just fucking go. I just speak. You know what I'm saying? You give me a topic, and I find a topic, or I get motivated from hearing a situation, whatsoever, and I just go. I don't write anything down. I just fucking go off the top of my head. Speak. Boom, 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 boom. Some people, they need some, like, the crazy thing is, when I first stepped on YouTube, when you saw YouTube videos, when I first started looking at YouTube videos, people really used to write things down and read these fucking shits. They used to write their thoughts down and then read it on the they'd read it. You know what I'm saying? Like, how the fuck do you even function like that? How natural is that? I don't need to write shit down. You know what I'm saying? I fucking speak my shit off the top of my head. I don't write nothing, yo. Dr. Leon, you are right. You are all right. And you're very welcome. Thank you for answering. But what kind of love work lasts long? You know what I'm saying? What kind of love work lasts long? Everybody got their own technique. I have my own. You know what I'm saying? I can't. You know what I'm saying? I have my own. I have my own. What I think would last long, do jars, spells that are buried also die out? I'm just saying. I don't know. You got to talk to people that buried them shits. You know what I'm saying? Thank you for answering, but what kind of love work lasts long? I have one called Egyptian mummy. You know what I'm saying? I have one called the Egyptian mummy, you know what I'm saying? Momie Egyptien. I mean, lapis, I believe so. It can be whatsoever, but I haven't, lapis was something that I tried to experiment with recently. I just don't have the capacity in place to work for amethyst to be in my life, so I had to let that stone go. But that stone's a beautiful stone, and I know that it has like very nice things associated with it, but I couldn't basically keep it, so I can't really speak on lapis lazuli like that. Though I would love to have entertained lapis lazuli, I just don't have the capacity to basically, have that stone in my house. I mean, tell you the truth, the historical Earl Pharaoh, I mean, I can go off of minor things that I heard, but it's best that you talk to those that are in the religious category of Haitian voodoo, because they can give you more extensive history and more extensive knowledge about who Marinette was. Because for me, all I know is a practical sense of who Marinette was, you know what I'm saying? Or who Marinette is, And from what I know from culture on a spiritual side, I don't really know the historical side. I think the best person to ask about that may be Hathor Akhenaten. You know what I'm saying? Tell you the truth, you should go check out Hathor Akhenaten, because she's definitely cool with the history thing, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's not really my take, you know what I'm saying? So listen, guys, we have 59 people up here. Can y'all hit those like buttons? We have 59 people over here. That's a dope question right there. Abdul Pascal. We have 56 people up here. Can y'all hit those like buttons? I'm about to answer that because I see one about zombie and more. Can y'all hit those like buttons, please? We have 57 people up here. Can y'all hit those like buttons? Hit those like buttons. Make those likes go up, please, 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 please. Hit those like buttons. 58 people. Can y'all hit those like buttons, please? All right, let's go here. Qui différence qui gagne non travail avec zombie et ak travail mort. Bon, Mbalzu. I'm going to put this in English. I'm going to answer this in Creole first, and I'm going to answer this, and I'm going to say it in Creole. Parce que nous gen Américain là, so ma ba réponse là en Creole, et puis après ma ba réponse là en anglais. Bon, différence ak zombie ak mort, c'est ça. Zombie a même, c'est non moun nan ke yo mette travail. Moi même, c'est just esprit a. Sans moun pa touche, sans moun pa fait rien. Zombie a la même fois, li ka yon moun ke yo leve. Non, vraiment zombie a, c'est nom nan. Mais les moun poisonnés, c'est comme si on bagay qui symbolique. Comme si, il a dit, oh, moun fait zombie. C'est pas moun n'a pas zombie vrai, c'est poison, yo prend. So, là, on les moun a dit zombie, yo fait tourner zombie. C'est pas vrai. Zombie, c'est nom lié, mais là, on poisonne moun nan, et puis moun nan, comme on dit, li déjoué. You know, c'est notre poison prend. C'est ça qui fait le déjouer comme ça. Mais ou toujours il y a des gens qui disent c'est zombie lié. Non, c'est pas zombie. Vraiment zombie, c'est un esprit. C'est un homme. You know? So, moi-même, c'est juste un esprit qui part dans le travail. Il juste un esprit seulement. Qui part dans le travail. Zombie, c'est un esprit qui est volé à le travail. C'est un monde qui mourit, c'est un homme qui mourit qui est volé à le travail. Alright? So now I'm going to translate that into English. The difference between a mo and a zombie. Alright? The mo is pretty much the soul of the dead. Now, the zombie is when they utilize the soul of the dead to basically, to do work. The soul of the dead becomes employed. And now it's sent out to do tasks. Now, I know that people say, what about the, puffer fish and shit like that? Now, as I explained in Creole, that's a dynamic of poisons. That's a dynamic of toxic. That's not necessary. That is not the true zombie. The true zombie is in spirit form. It is when you raise the soul of the dead and basically send them out to do whatever task you want them to do. Basically, a zombie in Haitian culture is no different from Palo Mayombe's Muerto. You know what I'm saying? It's no different. It's the same fucking shit. We call it Muerto. We call it zombie. You know what I'm saying? They call it Muerto. A zombie? Well, that's crazy. That's crazy. That's crazy. Okay, in Grenada, they call it a zombie. Yup. Zombie, and it all comes from one place. And it comes from the Congo, yeah? Yup. In Grenada, they call it zombie. Haiti, they call it zombie. And it comes from Nzambi in Congo. See, you can see where the language, the African language, traveled to different parts, and they may not have the correct pronunciation. So, whatever was left behind, it still stayed with different groups of African people of African descent. Oh yeah, that's another person. Earl Farrow, talk to Creole doll. You know what I'm saying? Outside of Hathor Akhenaten, talk to Creole doll. Cause yeah, Creole doll definitely knows a lot of history. That is a history book there. You know what I'm saying? She knows more history than I do. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to Haiti. So you should talk to her. I'm just a motherfucker that does the practical aspect of this shit. King Joe, King Joe. Yo, my question, is it possible for your ancestors to make contracts with the law that you have no choice but to fulfill in this life? Okay, question. Hey, my question, is it possible? Hey, my question, is it possible for your ancestors to make contracts with the law that you have no choice but to fulfill in this life? I mean, that's how it is in Haitian culture. That is that is basically natural in our culture. You know what I'm saying? Last questions. What are your thoughts on people that speak bad about Haiti, saying that Haiti is economically bad, and that voodoo is not working properly? I mean, listen, for me, people saying, okay, all right, hold on. Last question. What's your thought on people that speak bad about Haiti, saying that Haiti is economically bad, and that voodoo is not working properly? It doesn't help people of Haiti. I'm just saying, for me, I look at my life. Voodoo has took me out of the ghetto. Voodoo took me out of the hood. You know what I'm saying? See, let me tell you something. Haiti is just so out of tune spiritually. I mean, listen, I'm just saying, people empowered that are empowering Haiti, they're so out of tune spiritually. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, for me, there's a lot of people that are out of tune. You know what I'm saying? Like spiritually, like people have discarded, throwing it away, whatsoever. All I can just say for myself is I can do what here it goes. This is how I look at it as. People in the country, a lot of people in the country look down on it. They may say whatever, you know, say they may not want to partake in it whatsoever. They just throw it away. You know what I'm saying? I can't really rely on them. I gotta rely on my personal connection with the law. So if other people ain't doing it, 500 other people ain't doing it, I'm gonna be loyal to what I'm doing. You know what I'm saying? Because I know what it does for me. You know what I'm saying? So I can't really go off of, because these people don't believe. Listen, you look at all those people that, all these people, they basically didn't serve. They didn't give a fuck about the voodoo shit. So whatever tragedy that arose with them, whatever they went through, whatsoever, it is what it is. For me, I can just go off of what it does for me and what it done for my family. Because we were loyal to it. And it did a lot from us, where we got acres of fucking land in Haiti. We've built most of the fucking clinics in Port-au-Prince. We've built most of the fucking schools in Port-au-Prince. You know what I'm saying? It's done for us. It elevated and lifted us up. And I know damn well what it done for me. So I don't know about all these other motherfuckers that deviated from the past. You know what I'm saying? What Haiti's going through. I can only keep my personal relationship well with them, you know what I'm saying, with the law, and keep on progressing and keep on surviving and prospering in life. Okay. I did some work on my ex and it worked. We talking regularly, but I want us to get back together. What do you recommend? He says all the time, maybe we can get back together someday. What should I do? Very good question. Man, what should you do? You're doing love work and you got back together with him. And he says, maybe we should get back one day. Maybe, but he's not definitely letting you know. I think the best thing to do in a situation like that, you got two options. You can leave him the fuck alone. You can leave him the fuck alone and, you know what I'm saying, let him come back on his own terms. Or you can be there with him and just try to work things out and, be there with him, get good with him, and just let things fall where they may. If you got good love work, then it's going to definitely draw you guys together and the affection is going to come back. But if not, you just need to step away and let that motherfucker yearn for you. Let him Jones. Everybody waiting on Creole Doll for her to make her channel, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, everybody waiting on it. People subscribe to your channel. You ain't got no content on there, man. Understood. That's a great answer. Dr. Leon, you're welcome. Okay, listen, I'm done. Please don't forget, for those that didn't hit the like button, please do that. I'm going to sleep. I worked enough. You know what I'm saying? I worked enough. Thank you guys for watching. I'm out.